Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Couch Casuals. I'm your boy, Kyle DiOrio. I'm here with my beautiful partner,
Robert Dylan Vasquez. What's up, guys?
we're here breaking down the post show for UFC 327, and it was a banger of a card. There was great fights from top to bottom, minus one exception, unfortunately, but everything else on the main card was really stacked.
I mean, you're talking kind of stacked from the prelims. Kelvin Gastelum was on the early prelims, unfortunately lost via choke to Vicente Luque, I think.
Did he weigh in at 12 pounds over?
I think they both made weight. Luque fought at 170, and his run at 170 was generational, and people forget that, but I think he found a home at 185. You had really good names on the regular prelims. You know, I usually know a name or two, but I usually go into it more so blind when I'm talking about prelims, early prelims, yada yada. But this main card, like you said, aside from that one stinker, I'd probably give this card a good 8.5 for what happened and how it happened. A lot of people were trashing, it's got no names on it. This is why it's not selling out in Miami. There were empty seats, but it's Miami. You have so much going on, so much to do.
And it was probably like, it's not the names as much as it's the prices. These tickets are obscene.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, last time it was in Miami, it was an Israel Adesanya fight.
Sure.
And I had looked at getting tickets there. And this was like 2 or 3 years ago now. Nosebleeds were $500.
I think they were doing research on, like, because you can pull up the map on whatever Ticketmaster or whatever you're looking at.
Yeah.
And a lot of the nosebleeds, I think, were going for above 3. And this is last minute stuff, you know?
That's ridiculous. That's very expensive for a nosebleed, man. When I went to UFC 236 in Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah.
I paid like $150 for middle bowl, like lower bowl.
Mm-hmm. Those are honestly the best seats too, because you're talking.
Yeah, you're a little elevated.
You're not looking
into
through.
the cage.
Mm-hmm. What were you thinking?
$300 is crazy.
What were you thinking while you were watching the fights? It's one thing to I guess we're gonna do this, charade of watching the fights. These were fights that we had anticipation for going in. What were you thinking while you were watching the fights?
You talking about 327?
Yeah.
They were fun as hell. They were all like just super fun, super scrappy fights, except for one.
That we didn't think was going to be a stinker.
The one that we thought would probably be the best one of the best ones, was awful. I always forget the word, but the main prelim fight, Patricio Pitbull versus Aaron Pico, was a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Pico got his win finally in the UFC, and he looked so excited as soon as that bell rang. He went, "Oh yeah!" And I mean, he was piecing up Pitbull. That fight was good too. Heavy shots. I don't know how Pitbull ate them all, but I just wanted to shout it out because it was a good fight. But you ready for the first main card fight here?
Absolutely. I just want to say that Aaron Pico looked like the Aaron Pico that everybody thought Aaron Pico could be.
He did. And honestly, Pitbull, I know it's a loss, and it's probably going to really kill any shot at a title for him in the UFC, but like his chin, pretty stout.
Do you think the loss will age well?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. That's gonna be tough.
Because they were ranting on Pico. He's a problem for Volkanovski. He's a problem for Movzar. It's like, oh, okay. Well, he's got one win and then one devastating KO in the UFC.
Lerone Murphy. Let's see how that ages for Lerone Murphy. Because I mean, that was a good performance by Pico.
We'll see, man.
I mean, it's funny looking back on some of these wins and losses, and you're like, oh, that was an amazing win in hindsight, or that was not that good of a performance in hindsight. But I digress.
Let's go, dude. Let's get on to this main card, dude.
What was this? Kevin Luke Swanson versus Nate Landwehr. They said his full name like 15 times on the broadcast. Cub Swanson, in his retirement fight, absolutely obliterates Nate Landwehr.
Disrespectful. It was so respectful because, Cub, he put a lot into this training camp. You can tell from his performance. Just marching him down, hands down.
He was doing
What's up, bitch? Bow.
I mean, I know it's like Nate Landwehr we're talking about, but like Cub could probably take another fight if he wanted to. That was an impressive win.
At 42, it wasn't bad.
It was pretty nice. But he gets his wonderful little send off. He gets his retirement package. He's got his wife, his kids. He looks like Linkin Park's lead singer.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Living the dream, really. Nate Landwehr, remember the like 10 seconds of fame he had when he had that one really good fight?
Aside from that, shout out to Nate for not being on his bike and running the whole time and giving Cub fisticuffs. He didn't have to stand there in front of him. He didn't have to swing the way he was swinging. Like, you can't say he was there to just pick up a check. He went out and fought Cub, and Cub was just slicker. He was just the better man.
He really was. Very good performance. And it ended quickly, so not a whole lot to talk about there. A lot of these fights are going to end fairly quick. Well, not fairly quickly, but kind of one-dimensional in a couple of aspects.
It was just, where do you go? We can't ask, well, what's next for Cub? It's obvious.
Yeah, it's over.
It's obvious.
Nate, probably not on another pay-per-view. That's his last pay-per-view performance, right? Yeah. So,
do you think Cub does anything else outside of the UFC? Any of his bare knuckle MMA?
Yeah, we'll probably see him at something.
I hope.
You know
not,
how these guys
man.
are. It's like, wasn't there there was somebody fighting that weekend that like blew my mind. I was like, what? This dude's still fighting? I can't remember now who it was, but
In the UFC?
it was MMA. But maybe I'm getting the Tyson Fury thing mixed up in my head, because I didn't even know Tyson Fury was fighting Saturday until
I
saw the result.
Shout out.
Where was the advertisement for that?
A lot of the UK, but
I mean, it's Tyson Fury. How was that not like?
It flew under the radar for sure. Anthony Smith won.
Whoa, that is who I was thinking of. What the hell is he doing?
He's participating in a heavyweight bare knuckle MMA 500 grand tournament, I believe is what it is.
Got that blacked out arm sleeve.
I don't like that. That's just it's a preference.
So weird.
It's like you got a sleeve that you definitely regret, and now this is what you're doing to it. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not here to judge him based off of his tattoos. He won.
He's gonna get some wins in this little
heavyweight
underground league.
At heavyweight,
and he's gonna be like, Dad, see, I still have it. He's gonna potentially get a fight at UFC again, and he's gonna get clocked.
What? No, he got his package. If you get your package, you can't come back.
Is that the law?
It's not the law. I feel it's the most aesthetically pleasing, because it's like, well, we're not going to do it again. And why would you?
Has anybody come back after a package? I don't think so.
Robbie got one. Dustin got one. Michael Chiesa got one. Anthony Smith got one. Cub got one. I don't know, man. I don't think it would be. I think it would be cheap. I think it'd be like, hey, we just did this.
These packages out a lot in the last year.
Which you say
big retirements.
Sure, but it doesn't take that much, and these aren't.
No, I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who've been retiring in the last year.
Right.
Big names.
They're not putting heart into it though. These are just they're glorified highlight reels with their peers commenting, "Yeah, man, he's great, man." And then there's no heart in it. It's a
nice little thing. It's a nice little thing, dude.
It's nice, but it's like, I don't know. It's like you bring me this plate of food and I go, hey, can I get some silverware? And you go, oh, my bad. Here you go. Like, it's just, like, I don't know. That was a really bad analogy.
That was a terrible analogy. I don't even know what you're going for.
I'm supposed to have my silverware. This is my food here. I'm supposed to have this. And you guys are, well, hey, I did this for you. I gave you this. You go, all right. It wasn't a terrible analogy. I just didn't.
I still think it was pretty bad.
Whatever, man. We're not cutting it. We're leaving it.
Hey, that's part of the casual experience.
Shout out to Cub Swanson. I hope he doesn't do anything else but provide for his family. That's all I can ask.
Yeah, let's go on. Let's go on to the boringest fight of the night. Dominick Reyes beating Johnny Walker by decision.
Did he, though?
I don't know.
Did he beat him? He beat him?
No one beat anybody in this fight. I was really even surprised Reyes got the nod, because I thought Johnny was microscopically a little more active, but like these guys just didn't do anything. It was a leg kick versus leg kick. Everything above the torso is off limits.
Well, everything above the torso is glass. They were both Mr. Glass.
Maybe they were just too cautious and too afraid of each other's Like they both got power, but they also both got a chin of glass, like you said. So
Neither
it's
one of
like,
them picked up on that, though. If you're 2 rounds in and you go,
yeah,
hey, this guy's not, as a corner man, I got to be like, hey, I know you might be feeling a little shy right now, a little gun shy, but this guy's not throwing anything at you either. So he's just as gun shy as you are. Throw some shit. You have to separate yourself.
yeah.
You don't pick up on that?
No, yeah, it was terrible. Like no one really went out and said, I'm winning this fight at any point. No one could be upset with the outcome. I do think Johnny Walker probably won, but like, who gives a shit?
I think the legs were a little compromised. Other than that, nobody ran away with this fight.
No.
And this is one of those.
They barely walked away with it.
So you can't say, "Oh, these judges don't know what they're looking at." I didn't know what I was looking at.
No one did.
I'm talking about two warrior. They don't have to be elite fighters. One was more orthodox than the other. But then you go, okay, well, this guy's not doing all this wild, flashy stuff. I might have to put him in a box, and I
Do something.
something where you go, okay, he's playing my game. He's doing the simple leg kicks. He's not throwing flying knees. There was very little clinching, if any. There was very little takedown attempts, if any. Like what was that? What was that?
It was a sparring match. It was a pitiful. They trained for however many weeks to do that.
You gotta lay it on the
Reyes
line.
gets a win, but like
It does
those type
nothing.
of wins, it does nothing for you. Like you're not getting a crazy big fight after that.
And I'll tell you what,
Who cares?
you're not getting a favorable matchup either. They served you Johnny Walker on a platter. You should have taken care of business, made a statement in the new 205 regime. Both of the guys in the main event beat you pretty bad. So be like, hey, I'm still here. I just did this to Johnny Walker. Give me someone else. Give me anybody else. But instead, you go put on a snooze fest. In the post-fight press conference, he's like, it's about winning. It's not about entertaining.
True, but like you barely did anything to win.
Well, you think that the powers that be think that way? I'm asking.
Oh yeah, no, they don't.
So it's like, okay, well, I wouldn't have got my win money. It's like, well, you probably would have gotten both and a performance bonus. You're forgetting, Papa. It's not $50K anymore. It's $100,000. If these, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, kind of just escaped my brain. It's just it's a cop out when you have a bad performance, but you won. You're like, well, I'm not here to perform.
The fans are fickle. The fans will be with you one day and against you the other. I don't blame you for not doing it for the fans, but if you're trying to maximize your potential as an athlete, superstar-esque kind of guy in the only league or monopoly that MMA has, you want to kind of maximize your potential on profit, on selling yourself to these people, and they go, nah, man, I'm here to be the best in the world. That wasn't, you don't have either in that.
No, that was nothing. Granted you nothing. So, yeah, I don't know.
So don't say, don't go back and say, oh, there were lulls in the fight, or that because I'm not here to entertain.
The whole fight was a lull.
It was a dent in the card that was. I just ranked it like an 8.5.
Dude, if Pico Pitbull was in that slot, this card is top card of the year potentially.
You're talking. It put us in such a hole that in the next fight, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done if you are.
Let's talk about the fun that was Curtis Blaydes versus Josh Hokit.
Dude.
What an insane fight.
I was going crazy.
Dude, Hokit was kind of getting on my nerves with all the... He's so fucking corny. Like, he says some corny shit.
For sure.
But then when he got into the fight, and he just ran at him, and fingers flying, middle fingers, punches. He threw caution to the wind and just went... They just battled each other. The most entertaining Curtis Blaydes fight of all time. Josh Hokit gets the unanimous decision in one of the craziest fights of all time. Just so much fun. Curtis Blaydes, I know he is just like, he left that arena just he had to have just sobbed all night long. He got slimed out. He got flipped off. He got insulted.
He didn't get humiliated in the sense of he fought back.
No.
And fought back very well. But he wasn't. There was this thing, and I don't know if you saw it. There was this thing where Josh Hokit would roll with the punch. Like
he's really.
It wouldn't punch and move his head. He would like preemptively. He would see it. His vision was very good. Curtis was just not. His head movement was just not there,
dude.
And being the bigger guy, Curtis being 250, 260 something maybe.
Hokit looked incredibly small in that
231, 235, something like that.
Oh man, like I don't. It's tough to see him reaching any crazy heights. I mean, he did just beat the number 5th ranked heavyweight as an unranked fighter.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who else is presenting problems to him like this? Like, you go, what is the worst possible matchup for Josh Hokit in the top 5 and the top 10? It's Curtis Blaydes, and look what he did to Curtis Blaydes. Cyril Gane doesn't wrestle. Alex Pereira doesn't wrestle.
Hokit didn't wrestle a lot.
He anti-wrestled, though. He had an answer for the wrestling.
So
now that he can wrestle,
beat him on his feet.
If he doesn't wrestle,
Tom, I think is a problem.
Tom's a problem. Let's see where Tom is, and let's see where Tom.
I want to see what Alex does against Gane. I mean, Alex is a problem for anybody, though.
Yeah,
so
that's a glorified kickboxing match. I would hope. There's not a lot of clinching in that. We're all over the place. I'm just saying.
I know.
Josh Hokit,
such an exciting fight.
He already got the nightmare matchup out of the way, is what I'm saying. For an all-around fighter in Curtis Blaydes, who has knockout power, who has wrestling.
Beating the number 5 guy, you made a name for yourself. Most entertaining fight in a long time. People loved it. People went crazy for it. He does. I mean, his style, he always looked like he was wobbly, but at no point did he also seem like he was actually in danger. He looked exhausted, but he kept going. He was like rolling with the punches, like you said. He had a very weird look to him, but it was like it worked. Curtis Blaydes couldn't finish him in round 1. Curtis Blaydes did have. That was probably Curtis's biggest chance to win was at round 1, like the end of round 1, when Josh had kind of tired himself out and Blaydes just got on him. But it didn't work. Hokit couldn't finish him either. Crazy enough, even though he dropped him a few times. It was a crazy fight. Hokit versus Derek Lewis is a fight.
What happened to the Dana White of the old saying, huh? What? I don't know, guys. We don't talk about that stuff till Tuesday. We don't talk about fights until Tuesday. I don't make fights the fight of the night. Trump goes, oh, yeah? Wait, why isn't Derek Lewis on the White House card? He goes, I don't, because Dana has nothing to do with it anymore. It's all Hunter Campbell and
Dana just lies. Everything that comes out of Dana's mouth is a lie.
But he did tell us straight up he has nothing to do with it anymore. He doesn't negotiate fights anymore. So, excuse me.
That's fair.
He goes, hey, why isn't Derek Lewis on the White House card? Trump loves him some Derek Lewis. So he goes, okay, well, I guess we'll just do the Josh Hokit fight, which is nuts to go.
Yes.
He go, hey,
is that enough recovery time? Like,
you're suspended.
This wasn't a quick win.
You're suspended for a mandatory 6 weeks, I think it is, unless they just if you get knocked out or submitted or like unconscious in any way. I think it's a mandatory 6 weeks. Hamzat had that notorious 1 week turnaround because he just starts his competition.
Slaughtered.
So, and DC, there's not going to be an athletic commission in DC. Yeah. I don't think they have one. So you can literally do whatever you want. I don't even know how they're sanctioning this in general.
Is it I could be mistaken, but didn't they say all the fights on that card do not count towards their professional records?
I don't know, because I haven't heard or read that, but I haven't done much digging into that. You know, you hear...
I think I had heard that. Like, none of these fights technically count professionally, which is weird. I mean, obviously, it still matters to UFC's ranking. Like, the results are going to matter, but, like, officially speaking, I don't think these fights count.
It's not messed up because Josh Hokit did this to himself. He made himself into, whether you love him or hate him, he's done the Floyd Mayweather effect of like, yeah, Floyd's got this, or no, I want to see Floyd get his ass beat. So whether you're on the side of Josh Hokit, It's good for the heavyweight division in a division everybody thought was dying. Now you got this guy cutting, cringe or not, he's cutting promos.
It's a little cringe. It's pretty funny. It's never too offensive. Like none of it is very offensive. It's just kind of corny. And
depends on who you are. He called Brittany Griner a man.
That's like the outlier because the rest of the stuff he said since then has just kind of been tame as hell.
Well, how do you feel about
fight?
Go ahead.
Oh, there was so mid. It was just like, what are we doing?
How do you feel about Down Vato?
Who? What'd you say?
How do you feel about Down Vato? He does this thing where he puts on like the beanie or he's like, hey man, hey bro.
I haven't seen that either.
Hey dog, what up,
dog?
He was
doing a Jiri?
Yeah. He does this character. He's got the Incredible Hulk, and then he's got Down Vato. He's got this other weird, like shy, nervous character. It's like very blatant personality disorder, but it's all a shtick, which we know that.
It's 100% a shtick.
We know that. It's just, okay, well...
There was a behind-the-scenes video. I think he was doing the...
interview?
The interview with the weigh-in show.
It's like, sorry,
and as soon as the camera cuts, he takes it off. He said, sorry about that. He just walks off.
My bad.
So, I mean, he's trying to make money. And when you talk like that, but then you do that in the cage... Hey,
you got to give it to him in the sense of it's not just a character. You guys can't forget why he's there. He didn't just do all that and then he goes, "Hey, actually, I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna."
Yeah, no, he took it to Blaydes. He's taking the route to be an entertainer. Some fighters do that and it works for them. And it might be working. We might have a new star at heavyweight. All the comments are like, "Hokit has saved the heavyweight division." I mean. As far as entertainment value, they're not completely wrong.
No, everybody's I'm gonna save my comments, but yeah, he's fresh air.
Hokit, Derek Lewis will be fun.
How can it not be? And then you're talking.
I don't know if somebody's going to sleep in that one because Hokit. Does Hokit have the power to lay out these heavyweights because he is much smaller?
Does Hokit
can piece them up?
Does he have the chin to survive? Does Lewis have the gas tank that Curtis Blaydes has? You can have the chin.
There's a lot of questions.
Right. But even in Derek Lewis's last fight where he slipped on a banana peel or whatever the fuck happened to him, he didn't get knocked out. He just got gassed out and then couldn't defend himself. So that's two different things. You know, TKO and KO are two different things. 100%. I think Derek Lewis gets TKO'd by Josh Hokit. He can see Derek Lewis has so much strength, he could see the right hand coming. And he did a lot of things in order, like he would slip, boom, and he wasn't slipping in his...
was very fast.
Elusive.
That is the advantage of being that much smaller.
Right.
The speed advantage was very clear. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in that fight. It's gonna be a fun one.
I'm so excited.
Anything else you want to say about this one? Are you ready for the co-main?
I'm ready, dude. I'm ready.
So, all right. So we're moving into the co-main. As I'm at Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa. I picked Murzakanov, but I should have went with my heart and went with my boy Paulo Costa because he returned. The Eraser returned Saturday night.
He erased him, dude. God, you're fired up, huh?
Him.
You're fired up, huh?
Paulo Costa, that was like an old school Paulo Costa fight where those head kicks, I mean, yeah, he was getting his arm up and blocking them, but like it didn't matter. That was so much power. Mm-hmm. So Paulo knocks him out in round 3, and it's a delayed TKO to a head kick. He just goes down. He's like, it's not a knockout. He's just
no mas.
He's just done. He's done.
Sure.
Like Paulo looked fantastic. And Azamat's coming off of like multiple first-round finishes,
let alone 16-0. Paulo
16-0.
Paulo gave him his first L, dude.
Dude, it was nice to see. I feel like you don't see that a lot. A lot of times you see these guys move up, and you're excited about them, and they're kind of veterans, and they fight this 16-0 guy that nobody really knows name-wise, and they usually lose.
Sure.
But Paulo, hey, he's on a secret juice. He looked great at 205. He said he doesn't really care which division he stays at, but maybe he stays at 205.
Maybe. It just
I think
depends.
there's more
I think
upward mobility for him at 05, especially with what happened in the main event.
Did you see him on the scale when he weighed in?
No, I didn't see that.
At 185, he usually looks like death. At 205, he looked pretty good, man. He looked pretty fresh.
Dude, he was still super competitive at 185. I mean, he lost to Strickland in a split decision.
What was
Kopylov?
What was Murzakanov? What was his rank? Was he ranked at all?
He was number 6.
I mean, what do? You can't.
Number 6.
He earned that spot. You can't make Paulo fight down. I wouldn't want to see him fight 7 through 15. Give me somebody, because you got Jiri's not getting the rematch. I'm just spoiler alert.
The way light heavyweight ends up because of last night, Paulo is very much one fight away from being in a title fight.
I'd say
you beat number 6, you take a top 5, get a win, and win a title match,
and it would be justified. All these all these other people who are getting, like Hokit, love him, just talked mad praise for him. He got number 4, which they moved Curtis down to like number 5 when the fight was happening. He was number 4.
Oh,
I believe that.
That's odd.
I believe that because it was only.
I wouldn't doubt it because it happens.
The rankings are ever changing, but he's, you go from unranked, which Paulo was at 205. I think he might have had a cup of tea at 205 one or two times by missing weight. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like, hey, I'm new to this division. Give me number 6 or give me number 5. So you earned your spot, bro.
Yeah, I would stay at 205 if I was Paulo. I want to see Paulo back at 205. He looked great. He could take the guy's shots. He didn't go down. And he KO'd a real 205er. So I think that's, hey, let's stay. That guy had beaten Rockets. That's a Minifield. So he's got some
notable wins.
Some notable wins.
Who's in front of him? All right, do you have that up?
I can pull it up.
Because 205, you're talking 1 and 2. The champ just left. So
light heavyweight is in an absolute cursed era. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Light heavyweight. Magomed's number 1. This is obviously from last weekend too.
That's what they're gonna do. 2. Damn it, dude! They're gonna give Carlos him Ankalaev.
Oberg is 3. Khalil Roundtree is 4. So do you
think that would be a fun fight? Khalil and Paulo?
Yeah, it would.
It would be a fucking fun fight.
Jan at 5. Yeah.
I don't give him Jan. Don't give him Jan. Don't give him Jan.
No. Dude, so what happens? Is Magomed fight Roundtree for the title next? Is that the interim title? Or do we just wait the year for Carlos to come back?
You can't wait. You can't wait.
I know, it sucks. We're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, but since it is light heavyweight.
And where does Robert Whittaker fit into all this?
Yeah, where does Robert Whittaker fit into all this? Because he's moving up.
Which is crazy. And then, does Hamzat stay at 185? What is going on?
We got to get these guys in order. I think this moving is just killing the UFC's division.
This is why we shouldn't cut weight in the first place. You have all these guys getting these titles. Fight at your natural weight. That way you don't have to move up. That way you don't have to.
What is it? What's the claw? Is it like the? How do you prevent supercuts like that? I don't even really. Know.
You don't. One FC or one championship rather. They have a rehydration clause where. You have to be a certain height. Even if you're cutting, you have to be a certain level of hydrated that it's not dangerous to your organs, right? So Demetrius Johnson, when he went over to one championship, was no longer fighting at 125 because that weight cut was so brutal. He fought at 135. And then Adriano Reyes, he was fighting at 135, being so much significantly bigger of a body than Demetrius Johnson. But he didn't have too big of a size advantage because they had to stay on kind of the same level playing field. Whereas you have a guy like Colby Covington fighting at 170, but if he fought and has fought at 185, he walks around like 189. like 190. So he's not cutting a significant amount of weight and being a weight bully at 185, whereas Khamzat is weighing, I think he went on the Jackson podcast and was like 240 like a month or two ago, like a couple weeks ago. Insane. So you want to talk about weight bullies? What is this advantage that you want over this guy? You know, what is this?
Khamzat fought at 170.
Yeah. And was ragdolling dudes there. Fought at 185 and doing his thing to DDP. And now he's like, I'm too big, brother. I'm going to go up to 205. All right, man. Well, maybe that was the answer all along. You know?
Yeah, we need to do something. It is ridiculous, but I digress.
Are
you ready for the...
I'm not, because you're ruining weight divisions because you want to play one or two games down here and then you're going to go up. What are you doing? The lineal champion is who I respect. And when you talk about Francis Ngannou...
Are there any lineal champions left?
Francis Ngannou beats up Stipe, and they go, see ya. Now it's John Jones. And they go, you're going to fight Tom. Oh, you're not? All right, well, then it's Tom. I poke. And now it's going to be Alex and Surreal. The Surreal versus Tom or the Pereira versus Tom is the only thing that's holding that possibly together. Elia beating Charles Oliveira. He didn't beat Islam for the 55. You know, if Khamzat does his thing against Sean Strickland and then goes up 205 and Strickland fights DDP for the third time or whatever, like fourth time, I don't know. You have this problem with lineal championships where they don't mean shit. Which, whatever. That's all. That's
UFC has watered down their championships by allowing this, by constantly throwing interim fights together. They have to step in and do something about it, or it's just not gonna. None of it's ever going to matter again.
You have to get rid of weight cutting, or put in like a one. You know,
rehydration clause is probably a good starting point.
I'd say.
Like at least it prevents it to a certain degree.
Or more weight divisions, and I get where Dana doesn't want to have a weight division in every 3 pounds like boxing. That's so boring, and you go,
that's too much. I get it.
But you're telling me you're going from 155 to 170. That's 15 pounds. And then you're going from 185 to 205. That's another, 15 pounds. And then you go 205 to 265.
It's a lot.
What are you doing?
That's why you got a guy like Josh Hokit at 230. Too big for... he could probably cut down to light heavyweight if he wanted to, but...
Give me a 225. Give me, you don't have to have everything. But then that's why you have matchups like Tai Tuivasa and Taliesin Teixeira gassing out in round 1, and then we have to see these fucking pillow hands for the next 2 rounds. These guys are out of shape. They're not battle tested because they're too big. And that's why we don't have a super heavyweight division.
Is he still ranked?
I don't know. I don't know where I don't know what you would call. They have a cruiserweight. They have a light heavyweight. They have all these divisions that they could possibly have. Just move up 170 to 175, and then
Ty is not ranked currently in the heavyweight division.
Good.
Yeah, I needed that to happen.
Why are we so concrete on 155 and 170? It's easily just 155, 165, 175, 185. And it might create a bigger problem, maybe, with this whole moving weight divisions. But if people aren't cutting weight and they're fighting at their natural weight, we wouldn't have this problem. And that's all I wanted to say. We can move on because I'm going to be redundant.
That needs to be addressed.
I'm going to talk about this same thing with this next fight. Go ahead.
Well, we kind of just preempted it, really. So, Jiri Prochazka, Carlos Ulberg, crazy ending, really messes up the light heavyweight division for a foreseeable future once more. So, unfortunately, during the fight, Carlos Ulberg tears his ACL, something pops in his knee, something bad, something significant. It's not due really to anything Jiri did, I don't think. I think it just kind of happened.
Maybe Yuri's aggressive offense.
Maybe, yeah, something like that, but nothing like contact related. Blows his knee out.
His calf does like this.
Yeah, dude, it did the wave. They showed that slow-mo like a billion times.
Dude.
He's limping pretty much the rest of the round, and we're like,
falls on it.
Yeah, he does. He falls at one point.
Couple
He has
times.
no like balance, and we're like, dude, we don't want to see this. Let's just call it. Jiri, he's pointing at it. He's like, come on, let's just stand here and fight. And I thought he was kicking the injured leg at first, but then I realized it was the other leg. So he wasn't kicking the injured leg, but he was kicking the other leg. Jiri is like, they're kind of standing and banging, and Carl Solberg gets that beautiful check left hook, knocks Jiri out cold. He is out as he falls to the ground. And at first I was like, oh man, if Jiri survives, he can still, win this. Which also looks terrible. Listen, what happens if Jiri like got knocked out there, survives the round, and is then crowned champion due to Carlos not being able to? That also kind of sucks. Not as bad.
Do you think his corner would have stopped it? I think his corner would have.
The doctor. I don't know if the corner would have. They would have had a doctor look at that because they could see that it was affecting him.
But then what? They look at it and then what? It's not an eye poke. It's not a cut.
The doctor could wave it off if he doesn't think he can stand on his leg.
It wasn't Pantoja with his.
It definitely wasn't Pantoja.
Can you stand? Carlos gets up from the stool and stands. Now what?
I don't know, but it doesn't even really matter because
we'll never.
He knocks him out. Mm-hmm. He just knocks out Jiri. Insane ending. Like just literally seconds after, we're like, let's just get this over with. Carlos Solberg knocks him out. Carlos is your new champion of the light heavyweight division.
Undisputed with an asterisk because Pereira's in a different division.
But also Pereira wasn't lineal at that point either.
Because John went and left in a different division.
Doesn't really matter. Light heavyweight is so cursed. Ever since John left, it has been cursed. Alex kept it stable for a little bit. Like Alex kind of revived it. Jiri part of the revival,
Ankalaev, unfortunately.
Ankalaev, Roundtree, Jamal Hill, a lot of like solid names, but no one really kind of standing head over heels above everybody else. And still kind of the case today. Our champion is probably not going to fight for a year.
10 to 12 months.
Did they officially announce what the injury was yet? Have they said?
I haven't read anything, but that's just because I'm disappointed too. I don't want to know. You can tell me. I'm not opposed to hearing, but I'm not looking into that because it's not going to be good news. You go, hey guys, you know what you just saw on TV that we replayed?
Bloody elbow.
Oh no.
Reports that Carlos Solberg ruled out until 2027.
No.
But this isn't.
No.
May not be true.
No. Like Uncle Chael says.
Probably true, dude.
Like Uncle Chael says, you have to trust the MMA junkies of the world. You have to trust the elbows. You have to trust these because they're top notch. Uncrowned. Does Uncrowned say anything about it? Because that's Helwani and his team. These are top-notch journalists. They might not ask the most, brain-exercising questions or however you want to say that. They ask some really stupid questions, but they do their job, man.
So I think the current 2027 prediction is coming from a doctor who watched the slow-mo of the – so no actual examination has been done yet. So there is maybe a slim – sliver of hope, but
we're not doctors, we're just casuals, but no.
So what are we getting? Is it so Olberg is champ, we'll see him in 2027, he'll get his rematch. This was this an official
Jiri Ankalaev for the interim?
Dude, if Jiri loses and gets the title fight, he's getting the Gone treatment where what is it? Is it Ankalaev Roundtree then? Is it Ankalaev Jan?
It's Roundtree Costa.
That's insane. That is so crazy that's feasible.
Khalil Roundtree versus Costa will be the co-main on a card that is headlined by Ankalaev versus Jiri Prochazka. That's what we're getting. Unless unless, like I said, I was going to be redundant, Khamzat moves up to 205. And then
Yeah.
who do you give Robert Whittaker to in the top 10?
Where does Robert Whittaker fit into all of this?
And then you have Jan Blachowicz, which is like his last performance wasn't really like a crazy barn burner.
No, Jan is just. I love Jan, but he's just.
The Polish Power days are.
Was it not a draw?
He's the king of the draw.
He is in a lot of draws.
He's the king of the draw.
That pause. But like, what do you? Light heavyweight's so messed up. I mean, Khamzat could come and he
what?
wins a title, and then he, takes a year off. Dude,
not even injured, fighting once a year. Not even injured, fighting once a year.
There needs to be some stipulations in place.
I'm here to kill everybody. I'm going to kill everybody. Shut up, dude.
He's killing everybody he touches, but like,
is he? Is DDP dead? Oh, DDP's so dead.
DDP, he got fucked up, dude.
He got put in a crucifix.
It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to watch, but he got fucked up. Would you want to be in a crucifix for 25 minutes?
He got outclassed. DDP did not get beat up. He got outclassed.
Where does DDP fit in all this?
DDP is, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man. Because at 185, there's a lot going on, but there's not much that can be done from what's going on, if that makes any sense. Unless unless Bo Nickel wins and then you feed him Izzy Bo Nickel.
Please God, no. Please God, no.
No Bickle.
Please, no.
Izzy's came out and he's like, you know what? Title fight doesn't even matter anymore. I'm just trying to make the fun fights. I'm trying to do stuff like I always do. I'm trying to make entertaining shit happen.
And I believe that based on the Piper fight.
That's why it's going to Bo Nickel.
But that's not a fun fight. That's not fun. No one asked for that.
That's the biggest name you could give Izzy that doesn't have repercussions of fucking the division up.
Fucking dude. I don't know, man. What a mess. UFC's still super fun, but man, it's just it's a mess.
This was one of the last cards that you will see that have serious implications on where the direction of the UFC goes this year. Unless something drastic happens, this is one of the last ones where you go, okay, that was fun. I don't really care where things go. Because it's going to start getting murky and convoluted, and you go, wait, why is Jiri fighting for the title when he just got knocked out? Oh, because the guy that won was injured and is out for a year. But now Khamzat vacated 185, so Sean Strickland's gonna fight.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
What's going on there? This guy? Where's Islam? Is he still fighting once? So it's like you're gonna start asking all these questions, and they're not gonna be able to give you answers because they don't know. No one knows.
Dude, it's just a mess. No one knows. No one knows anything.
What do you do?
We need to get some stability to these divisions, man.
Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley, I think is.
Dude, I did want to touch on Yuri's post-fight interview as well.
Sure.
I mean, I think he still doesn't have the best way with English, and some of his stuff comes out incorrectly, and I think he realizes that. Him having mercy on him, I kind of understood where he was coming from. I think a lot of people didn't like that quote, but like he kind of did. Like when he was like pointing down, "Let's fight," I felt like that was him just kind of, "Hey, let's do this."
For sure.
But Carlsberg said it best. That's a title fight. I wouldn't have done the same thing for you.
I don't think you punish Jiri for that. I think there's definitely criticism you can give him, but for him
he said it best. It is the biggest lesson of his career. I think it's true.
But he can look himself in the mirror and say that he gave the opponent, which was on one leg, a fair shake. He could have just kicked his leg, could have Dominick Reyes for not 3, but 5 rounds, 4.5 more rounds. And
I don't think that goes that long.
We could have ended the night going, man, if he wouldn't have got injured, he probably could have did better. Yeah. I mean...
There's always going to be those questions after a fight.
Sure. But I'm glad there's not. I'm glad there's not. The only question, which is the you want to say it's like the opposite of a silver lining because you go, oh, well, where does the division go from here? We just got a brand new champion that, I mean, arguably hasn't really faced anybody else. I mean, I think has he beat Jan? Did he beat Jan by decision?
I don't even know, dude.
Who knows? But he's never faced Roundtree. He never faced Ankalaev. He didn't beat Pereira. So all these, that's a good thing though, because you go, well, he didn't beat Pereira. Where Jiri is, oh, well, he didn't beat Pereira. So that's kind of
Definitely didn't beat Pereira.
But he didn't lose to Pereira. So you go, oh well, you know, he's kind of the guy. He's the guy with no asterisks. But
yeah,
unfortunately, he is.
I'm trying to pull up his record just to see. He's beaten Reyes. He has beaten Jan, Ozdemir, Minifield. I mean, it is what it is. He's only got one loss, and that was back in 2021 to Kennedy Nzechukwu.
I just want to give a shout out to the new interim light heavyweight champion Ankalaev, because there's not much that anybody has for him outside of Alex Pereira. So unless he moves up to heavyweight, who knows, Kyle? Who knows?
Dude, light heavyweight's a joke. Anyway, I think that's it for us. UFC 328 coming up. Pretty solid card. Looking forward to that one. It's gonna. It got a little bit of a boost due to the lost fight from this one.
Mm-hmm.
Van versus Tatsuro Taira should be a really fun fight. But until then, boys, we love you.
We love you. I want to give a quick shout out to Ryan's favorite fighter, Ronda Rousey, fighting May 16th versus a sharp prime Gina Carano. Don't miss it.
Gina Carano has not fought since before Ronda's very first MMA fight.
And then you have Francis Ngannou fighting Felipe Lins. That's sure to be a barn burner. Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. Someone's going to sleep.
That is a fun fight.
It is a fun fight.
It's a fun fight.
It's the funnest fight you can put on that, platform.
Pretty fun.
And then Nate is going to do what Nate's going to do, and he's coming after Jake Paul and MMA.
Anyway. Until then, we're out.